Okay, hey everyone, I'm Emily, and this is my booktube, and today we're doing the Booktube Newbie Tag. So the first question is, why did you start this channel? I actually already have a Bookstagram, and I love it. I love being a part of a book community on there. I love being able to talk about books and share my love of them. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of expand onto Booktube, because I've always loved watching the Booktube videos. I've been doing it since like middle school. Super fun, and also just some content that I think would be fun to make is just really hard to do on the Instagram format, so it'd be nice to be able to make some longer videos on YouTube. Next is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? I mean, personally, right now I seem really boring. I swear once I get more comfortable talking to the camera and stuff, it'll be a lot less awkward and I'll be a lot more interesting, I guess. Chaos will definitely eventually happen. I think I have some fun ideas, some fun videos. I do have some like in real life book friends that will probably show up on the channel. In fact, this isn't actually my first video. A couple months ago I made like a book haul with my friend, and so she might show up in more videos, and I think those videos will be super fun because the chaos of like me with my friends, it's gonna be a lot more interesting. That's always fun. Alright, what am I most excited for about this new channel? I'm excited to meet more people. I love the friends I have on Bookstagram, and I think it's gonna be really fun to be able to connect with more people on here. I'm also excited to kind of, I guess, rant more about books. I do it on Bookstagram, but it's a bit hard. This is a much easier format to like rant. I just get a rant to a camera instead of having to like type it all out or in a caption that can only be so long. So definitely some good book rants, hopefully. I'm also excited to kind of learn how to edit and make YouTube videos. This is gonna be a learning experience, so stay with me. Why do I love reading? That's next. And oh my gosh, I always love this question. One, I get to learn empathy for others. You get to experience kind of these characters different from me who have really different life experiences, and just kind of grow like empathy and understanding for others. I think that's really helped me throughout, just like as I grew up reading, and that helped me be a hopefully better person. So I love that. And then also characters that are similar to me that I can relate to. That's always great to kind of just feel like validated or feel seen. I love that. And of course, just the stories. Storytelling is so fun. There's so many fun stories to hear. They're so interesting. They're entertaining. The adventures, the love, the romance. I mean, I just love being able to kind of experience these things that I don't get to experience in my life as well, and just also get excited and all the fun cliffhangers and twists and prediction. It's just so much fun. I love it. What book or series got me into reading? That's a really good question. I don't have like a specific one. I kind of was always into reading. I grew up reading, like my parents read books to me. Once I got out of like picture book genre, there's definitely like got me into more like chapter books. So it was like younger chapter books like Junie Jones, Magic Tree House, Rainbow Magic Fairies. Those were like some iconic ones of my childhood that, you know, like in like first grade I'd be like all over excited. Once I like really got into reading, like Percy Jackson really changed my reading. It helps my reading grow a lot and kind of get more into like the middle grade, bigger chapter books, full, longer, more unique stories. I loved Percy Jackson. And the books that got me more into what I read now, I think in like 6th grade I read like the Ugly series by Scott Westerfeld. That was kind of like my first like YA book series. That got me like really into reading. But I mean, I've kind of always been into reading. Alright, next question is, what questions would I ask my favorite booktubers? It's like a lot of them like want to hang out, want to go book shopping with me, or just like do a Zoom call. I'd love to just like talk to people. I don't know, like I don't really have specific questions, but I love to just talk about books with these people, because you know, I've been watching their videos for years and I love their personality and I love their taste in books, and so I'd love to just like talk about our favorite books together. And like that's one. I guess also, what makes your channel work for you, what works, what doesn't work, just any tips that you have for me as a new booktuber. Okay, next question is, what challenges do you think starting a booktube will be the hardest to overcome? I think number one will probably be editing. I am not very good at editing videos at all. I have literally zero experience with it, so it's gonna be a learning experience. And a lot of booktubers, they have like such cool edits and like they look so pretty, their videos and all that, and I'm just here filming on my little iPhone camera and trying to add little edits where I can, but they're just super funny. So I think learning how to edit will definitely be something hard, a challenge. Another one will be like getting used to talking to a camera, because right now I'm acting like I'm talking to a camera instead of like I'm talking to people and having a conversation about books, which is really what I want to do with this channel. So hopefully kind of getting more comfortable in this new setting, I guess. Yeah, just with the whole video format discussion. Okay, this next question I kind of already answered, but when did you start reading? As I already mentioned, I've kind of always been a reader, because yeah, my parents, like I grew up with them reading to me. They really instilled this reading thing to me. My mom had like a huge collection of like Osborne picture books and stuff, so I was like always, even if I wasn't like able to read, I was like looking at these books and stuff. But I don't really remember a time when I couldn't read, at least the picture books. Like I could recognize the words and stuff. So, and yeah, I've always been a big reader. Obviously, once I got into like elementary school and I was reading more like chapter books and growing, and then yeah, in middle school I got into like YA books and stuff. So always been a reader though. That's just kind of always been my thing. Okay, now we have, where do you read? I don't know why I find this like a funny question. I'll read kind of anywhere around the house. I read here on my bed, I'll read on the couch, I'll read on like chairs. So dumb. I read on chairs, guys. Wow. Growing up I would like read on the staircase a lot. Like I don't know why, that was like the comfy place to be. I guess I still occasionally will just sit there. I'll read outside. I'll sometimes like set up a hammock either in my backyard, or like go to a park and read in a hammock. That's definitely one of my favorite places to read. I'll read on vacation. If I'm on a long road trip, I'll read in the car. On vacation, I do normally read books. If I'm just like sitting on a lawn chair out at a lake, I'd read. So yeah, really anyway, but for the most part, like my room or like my couch. Alright, now the last question is, what kind of books do you like to read? I think I'm gonna, like, my next video will probably be talking about like my favorite books and like books that I really love. So hopefully you'll get like a better taste of that then. But I mean, I did mention this earlier, YA books. I started reading those in like middle school, like 6th grade, and I still do read them all. I mean, I am like the target age demographic for YA books, so definitely read those the most. Although I still do like read like middle grade books for nostalgia, or just do some cute stories. And then I totally do read like adult books too, just not as often as YA books. But yeah, within that, I mean, most genres, at least fiction genres, so I'll read fantasy is definitely my favorite, and I also love romances. And then I do read mysteries occasionally. I think those are super fun if they're well written. I occasionally read sci-fi, though I definitely prefer fantasy to sci-fi. I don't read like a lot of horror. I've read a couple classics, and I definitely plan to read more, but they're not like a favorite that I'll read super often. But yeah, I mean, fantasy, romance. I feel like they're like the two basic, like on Booktube and Bookstgram and Book Talk, but like, yeah, I'm a fantasy and romance girl. A romantasy, God, I love too. But I mean, yeah, I'm open to most fiction books if it's an interesting story with fun characters. Well, that is all the questions, I think. So I guess that was kind of the end of the video. Hopefully this whole thing will get better as I go along. But yeah, hopefully maybe you relate to me in some way, find me semi-interesting. I know this is kind of like a dull, boring video, but it'll get better. And I hope I can make some new friends here. Anyways, thanks so much for watching.